Hello, back again, another pickups video. Yeah, hopefully people enjoyed the different format last time. I couldn't get the syncing of the audio correct at all, but been suggested a program to be used by Roller X Core, so I'll give that a shot and see if I can set a stable frame rate or something, see if it stays in sync that way. But you never know, could just be my phone being crap. But yeah, I'll just crack on with what I found. If you hear any weird creaking noises, it's not because I'm, well, decided not to sit on a chair this time. That's not retro enough. I'm sitting on an old CRT TV, so you can hear the creaking. That's what that is. Right, but yeah, I'll quit my waffling and just show you what I found. I will start with, oh my god, there's two of them I can't even remember the name of. I'd have to look it up. Damn. I will put the names of what these are underneath if I can't read them. First, I'll start with some Vita games. First up, again, I will have to tell you what the names of these are. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It was really cheap. I don't know if it's a visual novel or what. I think it's probably a visual novel. But I know it's about, is it like 6 brothers or 6 something? They're all born with the same face. That's about as much as I know. And my Japanese isn't that good, so I probably won't have a clue what's going on, but needed it for the Vita collection because it's one of the ones I want to get a complete set of. Alright, well, yeah, all 3 of the Vita ones that I picked up are all Japanese, aren't they? Of course they are. Yeah, what is this called? It's like it says it inside. Bakumatsu Rock Ultra Soul is what this game is. Apparently it's a rhythm game. I haven't tried it yet. These only turned up yesterday. So, but apparently it's really easy to play if you don't speak Japanese. So, I have to give that one a shot. And I do have a drink today as well. Nice healthy one. Because I'm never going to drink anything healthy on here. And the final Vita game. This one also apparently plays in English. Dokuro? Something like that. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It was a random pickup. Looks like a platformer. I don't know if it's a puzzle platformer. Looks a bit, I don't know, dark kind of art style to it. Don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's a bit different. Alright, what else should we go for? What should we go for next? Oh, let's go for some PS4 stuff. I had a few limited run stuff games turn up. This is what I'm currently playing. I've got it on original Xbox. I think it's the original Xbox, because I don't have the PS2 one, I know that. Yeah, so I never finished it on any of them. So I'm having a good stab at finishing it this time. Just Psychonauts. So far, really enjoying it. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of those missable trophies. There's 5 of them in there. So, but yeah, that's what I've spent most of my week off doing, is playing Psychonauts. Good fun. This one I picked up. Haven't yet tried it. Breaking stuff. Haven't yet tried it. It's a game I've always wanted to play since I saw it announced. The reason I haven't yet played it is you have to use PS Move controllers, and I just always forget to charge my PS Move controllers. So it's Ghost Giant. Yeah, it's like it's not a platformer. You've got like 2 hands. You're a big ghost giant, going by the name. Yeah, and you have to do I think you manipulate the environment and stuff to like a little cat man get through stuff. It looks like my kind of weird stuff to play. I was caught between that and what's the other game I thought about getting? oh, that Trover Saves the Universe, done by the same people as Rick and Morty, or one of the people who did Rick and Morty. I don't know. But on that note, I got Accounting Plus, also from Limited Run. To be honest, I know absolutely nothing about this. I haven't tried it yet. But again, it's a VR game. It's done by some of the people who did Rick and Morty. It's done by Squanch Games, Squanchy from Rick and Morty. It just looks weird. Apparently it's quite funny and quite good, so I'll give it a shot. Let's swig some more Red Bull, because my voice is getting croaky again. That's a bit better. Right, and the last PS4 game picked up was on a bit of a, with Psychonauts and things, and games that get either re-released or remade or whatever. Medieval. Yeah. Really, really good game. I haven't played a great deal of it. I played it years ago on the PS1. I don't have it on the PS1 anymore. I only have I have the second one, sequel. But yeah, every time I found the first one, again, it was really expensive. Like 25 quid for a really common game. No idea. But yeah, so thought I'd play this one. I read somewhere, I think you can unlock the original version on this somehow. Something to do with putting the chalices in the Great Hall area in a certain way or something. But I haven't had a look into that. What else have I got? Picked up 2 Xbox One games. First one was a car boot find. Shadow Warrior. This was like a reboot, wasn't it, of an old series, an old PC one. I haven't tried it yet. I think it's kind of in the vein of old school, just destroy everything, with apparently a decent sense of humour. So I have to give that a shot. And I've got the first one of this, and now I've got the second one. I haven't played the first one yet. It's Attack on Titan 2. Got this off of eBay. I picked it up simply because it was really, really cheap. Yeah, it's one of those games I thought either will shoot down to nothing or plateau and stay at a decent, like, kind of price, because you never see it. But yeah, Attack on Titan 2. Every time I check one of these, currently I'm in the middle of building a PC, so I'm using the box for the tower I bought as a stand, and every time I chuck something on this, I guess it moves the flap on top of the box and moves my camera. I picked up 2 PC games. These were just because they were charity shop finds. I don't pick up that many of them. I haven't yet opened this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Either I'm going to give it to someone or I'll open it and play it, but I'm pretty sure there's a console release of this. Just the Inner World Collector's Edition. It's still sealed. Yeah. Don't know much about it. I think it's like a old school point and click game. But yeah, Collector's Edition has a DRM free version of the game. I like that. Okay. And just because I remember playing this, I've got this on the PS2, but I always remember thinking that it played better on the PC. So when I found the Game of the Year edition of it, I had to grab it. It was the Operative No One Lives Forever. So why not? If I'm building a PC, I might as well pick up some of these older games. I bet most of them are an absolute nightmare to get running, but never mind. Oh, okay. I need to speed this up because I don't have a great deal of time on my thing, on my camera to record. So, what else we got? PS2 stuff. Weird game. Mojo. It's quite fun, actually. I picked it up thinking it was going to be complete crap, but I thought I'd give it a good game. It's kind of like you roll around tapping stuff. It kind of reminded me a bit like either Cooler World or Marble Madness. I didn't get super far into it, but that's all it seems like you do. Kind of imagine Breakout, but you can actually control the ball. It's kind of weird. I'd never heard of it. So, if I'd never heard of it, I pick it up. Same as this one. I picked this up because I had the first one. Right, or this might be the first one, I don't know. There's another one. There's Snow Queen's Quest, which is awful. And now there's Robin Hood's Quest, which is apparently also awful. I have a big feeling there's a third one, like Aladdin's Quest or something. But yeah, I don't know. Why not? Cheap. I actually found a GameCube game in a charity shop, and it was really cheap. So can't say no to cheap GameCube, even though it's not a good game. Rain of Fire. It was in with all the DVDs, so I guess they thought it was a DVD, even though it's clearly not a DVD. But yeah, I remember always seeing this, like when the GameCube was out, I saw like advertisements in magazines and stuff for it, and I don't know why. It's just a movie tie-in game. I found a few Wii games. Some of them I'm surprised. I thought I had some of these, but I didn't. Um, I've had Dragon Ball Z. I can never. I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan. I just pick them up when you see them because if they're cheap, they don't actually hold even that much value. This one, about £4, I think. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I can never pronounce them. I imagine it's the fighting game ones. I've played a few on the 360. And I wasn't that fond of them, to be honest with you. One I thought I had was WarioWare Smooth Moves. Turns out I didn't have it. So, yeah. It's like a mini game collection, isn't it? Right. Gonna have to move some of this stuff back so I can get more on this box. Okay. Ooh, this one was a bit weird. It's a Hudson game, so I thought I'd grab it. Wing Island. I haven't had a shot at it yet. Looks like a kind of flight simmy kind of game. But playing as a bird? I don't know. Is it a bird in a plane? So, but yeah, I thought I'll pick it up. It's not an expensive game if you ever see it about. It's just different. Everything's just falling over behind the camera. Another one. I thought I had this, but I only had the GameCube kind of version of the game. Which is Ario Strikers Charged Football. I really thought I had this. I had a quick look. So I picked it up. If I'm not sure if I've got them or not, I still pick them up. If I know I've got things, I leave them for other people. I very rarely pick stuff up to sell on. I did pick a few things up in this pickup to sell on, which I'll tell you what they are. Only because it came in a bundle and I only wanted a few bits out of it, then I'd shift the rest. But it turns out I don't actually have any of them, so I'll probably just keep them. But yeah, I really thought I had this. I'll have to have a look through. I might still have it. I only had a quick look through my Wii collection because my Wii stuff's actually hidden behind a lot of stuff because I've had to double up everything in the room because it's a tiny room. I don't know if I showed this last time or not, but never mind. An OG Xbox game is rolling. I picked it up on the PS2 not long ago. I remember that, but I found this one and thought, why the hell not? I can't remember if I put this in the last video or not. So I was clearing up some stuff, trying to put the stuff I already showed back into the collection, etc. And bam, that. I can't remember. So if that's doubled up, I'm sorry. Last time I picked up FIFA 19, which was a pretty expensive FIFA game. Found another one. The case is a bit battered, but the artwork's all fine. I've got now FIFA 18, but yeah, big chunk out the bottom of the case, but I've got other cases lying around, I can replace it. Yeah, this, I hate buying football games, but I'm close now. I've almost got all of the FIFA games for the Xbox 360. They're some of the stuff I've left towards the end, and I didn't think I'd find 18 and 19 for as cheap as I have. But yeah, I think I need 7 and 16. But 16 is about £4 in CX. I'm going to wait for that one to go down. And for some reason I never see 07. It's a 50p game, but just never seem to see it. Oh, sweet, sweet caffeine. Right. Another cheapish game for the 360 that I needed. Vancouver 2010. I don't know why. It's one that's just always evaded me. And strangely, when I picked this one up, it came with 2 manuals. No idea why. But so if anyone needs a Vancouver 2010 manual. Another one that I used to have, and I got rid of it ages ago when I did a purge of my 360 stuff before I thought, no, that's it, gonna get everything. That's why I think I sold about 170 titles. Regret that. But yeah, I don't know if CEX even takes this. So when I found it in a charity shop, I grab it. Annoyingly, I bought this, then I found it whilst I was looking through stuff on just in my game room. But luckily, I only found the disc. I haven't found a manual for it, or a case, or anything. So buying it again was alright. It was the Xbox Live Arcade, like, what was it, compilation disc. Yeah, I at one point this was like everywhere, and then you just don't seem to see it anymore. But yeah, Uno, Pac-Man, Feed and Frenzy, Boom Rocket, and Luxor. I think I finished all of those games apart from Luxor. Okay, another one that I thought I had, but nope, I just rented it once from Love Film, completed it, sent it back. So it's Legends of WrestleMania. I think that's the one I've done anyway. I think it's the one that plays more like a fighting game than a wrestling game. It's really, really arcadey and nothing like the SmackDown games or the 2K games that have come after it. I think that's the one. But that might be All Stars. That might be the All Stars of wrestling one. That might be that one. I don't know. I'm not too big on wrestling. Also, another one. I was digging through my girlfriend's collection of games. I found out she had one of my games still. I lent it to her when we didn't live together. She gave it back to me. Didn't have a disc in it. Asked her where it was. Never found it. So she happily, when she found this in the charity shop, she bought me Seen It again. I've had the case for this for so long without a disc in it. But now I have it with the disc. And it's in better condition than the one I had. So can't go wrong. That's all the main Seen It games, but there's different versions of them in different languages, which are still they put extra trophies and different achievements. I've been playing too much PlayStation. They got different achievement lists, so I don't know whether or not to get them as well, even though they're the same game but in different languages. Some of them are quite hard to track down. But I have all the English ones now. Okay. I'm going to move these a second so they don't fall over. I can just go down here. Okay. Up to some PS1 stuff. I bought this first one in a charity shop because decent case. If I find something needed it, always a case replacement. I love case replacements, and if you can get a PS1 case for £1, I'll do it. It's FIFA 2000, and if I don't have the game, I'll just add it to my collection until I need a case. And it'll just have a crappy case. It'll have what it deserves. For some reason, I always find sports games in good condition, but nothing else. It makes no sense. Another PS1 game. It's a really bad platformer. It's got like tank controls. It's a Rascal. Yeah, I've only ever played a little bit of this. I played this years ago. I haven't tried this one, but yeah, it's complete. All I remember is it controlling really bad. I played like some kid with a little gun thing. Yeah, can't remember much about it, but I thought, cheap, give it another shot. Next PS1 game is the last PS1 game I've got up here. I didn't know a PAL version of this game existed, ever. So I had to grab it. I'll explain some weird things about it. But yeah, there is a PAL version of Tail Concerto. It's like the predecessor of the like Solo to Robo games and that. You play as like a dog in a mech who's a cop. But I can't tell you much about it because this only came out in France. And yes, it does play in French. But that's alright. I play so many games in Japanese, still enjoy them, that I might as well play one in French. What's the difference? It's quite fun. I had to try it to see if it did play in French before doing this video. There's apparently the American one has a different intro to this one. This has the original Japanese intro, but with French subtitles, where the American one had a completely different intro. I wouldn't mind getting the American one, to be honest with you, to try it out and see what's actually going on, rather than trying to do it with a translator. But yeah, I was impressed. Yeah, this doesn't. I didn't have the manual. That's the only problem with this, but that was reflected in the price. Plus, the American one's like, if you try to buy it and get it over here, it's like 200 quid or something. So yeah, I'll play it in French. Oh, I'm so thirsty today. This TV's creaking like a beast. This was the bundle of stuff that I picked up. I thought either I'd give some of it to my nephew or to flog it on if it was no good. But it was like really cheap. Like 10 quid for this bundle of DS and 3DS games. They're not great. But there was just one in there that I didn't know what it was, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I checked how much CX gave me like 20 quid credit for these, and they were like 10 quid the lot. But I'm just going to keep them, most likely. Some weird Moshi Monsters game. Katsuma Unleashed. No idea. Looks like an awful platformer. This is a game I've got on the 360. It's really easy for achievements. It's the only good thing about it. This not having achievements, probably not worth it. But it looks like it plays like a side scroller rather than a 3D game. Generator Rex, the cases had it, but I've got some spare cases. Yeah, Nintendogs plus cats. It's got like girly-ish kind of games in this. I don't even know what this is. Disney's Viola Rhythm and Music. I don't know. Looks like some kind of rhythm game. I'll probably give these a shot, just out of curiosity. Another Nintendogs. This is the one, out of the three that I actually wanted, I thought this was worth the 10 quid. Yeah, I don't even know what this is. I don't know if it's based off a cartoon or anything. It's teenage zombies in invasion of the alien brain thingies. No idea, but it looks like a weird side-scrolly kind of game. But yeah, that I just never heard of it. It's not an expensive game. I looked up afterwards. It's like £5, but that's half of what I paid for all of this. Also, I'm not a big fan of the Lego games, but I just add them to the collection when I find them. Star Wars, the Force Awakens. But yeah, not a fan of Star Wars either, which is like sacrilege. But I've just never got into it. I don't know why. And this last one, you find it a bit weird that I wanted to play this, but I've played the ones on the 360 and some of the PS3 and one on the Vita. I've actually really enjoyed them. They've been quite simple little platformers, but the Phineas and Ferb game, it looks hopefully like a platformer. It doesn't show anything on the back that tells you what type of game this one is, but I don't know why. They've just been really fun platformers. There's only a couple more things. One of them is this, right? People say you can't get anything off eBay anymore for a good price. I think my girlfriend has proved you can with this. It's a game I've wanted for a very long time. Every time I see it, it's either not complete or it's just battered. But then again, it doesn't even show up that much at all. So she knew I was looking for it, found it on eBay, and bid way under its unboxed cartridge price and won it. And it turned up complete, which is Rocket Robot on Wheels. Yeah, it's a Sucker Punch game, isn't it? Yeah, people who did Sly Cooper, I think it was. But yeah, it's meant to be one of the best platformers on N64, and you just never see it. I've seen two, I think, before ever in like all the shops I go in. One was unboxed, and one didn't have an English box, but this one does. I don't know why no one was bidding on it. I think a few people did, but for what it went for, I'll just tell you what it went for. £41. If you know anything about what this game goes for, like unboxed is about 40-50 quid. If you find a mint one, the CX has it listed about 130 quid. It's not mint. It's in pretty good nick. The only problem is there's a small, I can see it, I can't tell if that's even focusing, tiny little tear bit in the front, but that's fine. I'll take that. Strangely, it's one of those games that if you get the American copy, it comes on a red cartridge. I think it's red. It's grey. All the UK ones are grey, I think, apart from some of the Zelda titles, which get your gold ones. Unless anyone knows of any other coloured ones for the UK, but I don't. Cause I don't even think our Turok was coloured, was it? I think mine's grey. This is black. They had a yellow Donkey Kong, a blue Tony Hawk's. Don't know. We didn't get funky colours. Kind of sucks. Okay. And the final thing I picked up, where did I put it? Ah, it's up there. A black Wii. It does have a sticker on the side of it from somewhere, some second-hand shop that says $24.99 on it. Didn't pay that. This was really cheap. It is complete. It did come with a controller, well, Wiimote, came with an aftermarket one, so yeah, it doesn't have Wii on the bottom or anything. And the Wiimote does not work, so, but it's cheap and crap, so. But for the amount I paid for it, I'm fine. I tested it out. It also had a copy of Just Dance 4 in it, I think. Just Dance 4 Special Edition. So, I don't really want that. Let's drop that down there. It doesn't work anyway. Yeah, I think that's everything that I've picked up. I'm looking forward to now being able to put this into the collection and off of the floor. I haven't been uploading many videos recently, simply because there's nowhere around here that I spend any time near anymore, which has video game shops. So I have to find them online, on Facebook or any of that. It's a bit of a nightmare to track stuff down now. So yeah, it's charity shops only. But charity shops and eBay. And to be honest, I do alright off eBay finding things, but it just gets expensive and I'm not rich. I'm also spending a decent amount of money building a computer, as I said. So a lot of my money is going towards that. I pick most of this stuff up when it's super cheap, and when my limited run stuff turns up. So, plus these videos take longer to make in this format rather than my old, just stick a camera, look at a table, and go. So yeah, that's it. I am going to keep putting these videos up, just it's going to take me a bit more time in between. So yeah, anyway, that's probably enough of my waffling. I've been waffling like crazy, but that's probably because I'm actually on the second Red Bull. So yeah, caffeine. Anyway, have fun, people. Bye.